Sahahtu. I corrected. So for Tamim Khan, Rahil, Brother Hassan, Kanishka, this book, and then July we will keep off so that you can start preparation for Ramadan, and after Ramadan we will start a new course inshallah. Okay? And in new course we will focus more on Quranic Arabic. Okay, so that our goal is to learn the Quran and to understand the Quran. But inshallah we have the second volume for this book also that I will recommend. So you will bring that new book for our Arabic, conversation, for writing. They have good stories, short stories. So you will be connected with today's Arabic, with the modern Arabic, standard Arabic. And yesterday I was visiting a place and I found Arabic newspaper. And I thought that I will pick it up and bring it and I will show you, in the class. So it has advertisements like for calling telephone company, like you call different countries. So how to make the advertisement in Arabic for the calling card or calling company, right? And so many other advertisements for the businesses. So it is related to our daily life. So then you will know that how to say, how to express this thing in Arabic. Inshallah, next time I will try to find newspaper and bring it. Inshallah.
We have 16 classes in all.
Yes. So we will check that how many are left, and then inshallah we will complete them. Okay. And last Sunday, those who are not here, we had very important two things last Sunday. One was about the root system in Arabic, and one was the conjugation, verb forms. When you say I do this, he does, she does, you do it, you a man, you a woman. So we had the conjugation, and inshallah we will practice more conjugation today as well with different verbs. So let's start with unit 6, and in the beginning of this unit we have a pronunciation marker, ta marbuta. Ta marbuta. This is the ta that you see in the Quran as well. This ta. Most of the time this is a feminine marker. This is a feminine marker, that any Arabic word that is ending on ta marbuta, so you can assume that this is a feminine word. Okay. However, there are some exceptions. There are some male names, they are ending on ta marbuta and they are not female names, but that is the exception. Okay. Now let me tell you the reason of this name. Why do we call it ta marbuta? Because we have another ta also that is more common. So this is a flat ta, and this is called in ta marbuta in order to distinguish from the other ta, because marbuta in Arabic, marbuta means tied, like we tie our shoelaces or tie. So this ta, if you look, it has the shape of that, it's tied. So because of this shape of you are tying something, it is called ta marbuta. Now about the pronunciation of this ta marbuta, when we stop on the word that is ending on ta marbuta, especially when reading the Quran, it turns into ha sound. Okay, it turns into ha sound. Like al-qari'atu mal-qari'ah, you are reading that surah, right? So if you are stopping on al-qari'ah, so al-qari'atu, it becomes al-qari'ah. And as I said that this is a feminine marker, so we also will learn today about gender in Arabic, the concept of gender. And it's very important, information that Arabic words, they have a gender. There is no Arabic word that is non-gender. Okay? So not only the human beings, but even non-living things also, like table and chair, they also have the gender. Okay? If the word for table is tawela, and it is ending with that ta marbuta. This tawela. So it is this is ta marbuta. So because of this ta marbuta, you know that the word tawela is a feminine word in Arabic. Okay? So if you want to say white table, and we learned about white last Sunday, how do you say? No abiyad. That's why I am emphasizing.
Abiyada.
No. Especially those who are present here last Sunday, do not make mistake. Right? We had the gender for adjectives. Abiyad for male. If something is feminine, abiyad, how do you say it? Bayda. Bayda.
Oh.
We spend a lot of time on that, right? Bayda. And all the adjectives for the colors, they have the same pattern. If something is black, feminine, like black car, you say sauda. Sayyara sauda. If something is green, like green bag, you will say khadra. So all feminine adjectives, they will follow the same pattern. And all the male, they will follow the same pattern. It will be abiyad for male, akhdar for green, aswad for black. So it's very important to make this connection.
So hand is female?
Hand is female. Why? Because I also told you last Sunday that the parts of the body that we have in pair, two. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 ears, 2 eyes. They are all feminine. They are used as feminine in Arabic. Any part of the body that has only one, that is nose, this mouth, this is male, masculine. Okay? So, Brother Harun, read about this gender in Arabic.
Page 118.
Page 118.
Gender in Arabic. You have learned that all nouns are either masculine or feminine, and that nouns that describe humans have both masculine or feminine forms to reflect the person's natural gender. You also know that adjectives have masculine and feminine forms to allow them to agree with the nouns they modify. Adjectives must always agree in gender with their nouns. Fortunately, gender is easy to predict in Arabic because almost all feminine nouns and adjectives end in the feminine marker, ta marbuta.
Very good. So, 2 things to remember about adjectives. First thing is that adjectives in Arabic, they come after the noun. It is just opposite of English. In English you say white wall, black car. So you say black or white first, then you bring the noun. But in Arabic, you will bring the noun first. You will say car, sayyara first. Then you will say black, sauda, khadra, bayda, whatever. So remember that adjectives always come after the noun in Arabic. And I made some corrections in the sentences also when I put number 1, number 2. So number 1 means that it should go first, and number 2 means it should come after that, later. So remember, it's very big, very important point. And there are in the beginning, this is a very common mistake because we think as we are writing in English. Even in Urdu also, Urdu formation of the noun and adjective is like English, right? We say, for example, in Urdu, Kali Gadi, right? Hara Darwaza, right? So we say Kala or Hara or Safed first and then the noun. But in Arabic is opposite of Urdu or English. So this is one very important point. The second point is that noun and adjectives in Arabic, they must agree in the gender. If noun is gender, the adjective also, the noun if masculine, the gender will be, the adjective will be masculine. If the noun is feminine, the adjective will be feminine. Brother Shuja, how do you say green car in Arabic?
First you had to say car, right?
Car, yes.
Yeah.
That is Sayyara.
Sayyara.
Huh? Now, Sayyara has the ta marbuta, so it's a feminine word,
Right.
right?
Yeah, car.
It's predictable. Yes, Umar.
Sayyara khadra.
Yes, khadra.
Hadra.
Yes. Khadra, you will say kha, dad, ra, and then alif, and then hamza in the end. Okay? Khadra.
So black in that case, Sauda.
Yes, Sauda. Yes. So, now next paragraph.
Next paragraph.
This symbol.
This symbol is not considered to be a part of the Arabic alphabet because its function is primarily grammatical. It can only occur at the end of nouns and adjectives. This letter is called ta marbuta, meaning tied ta, and it almost always indicates feminine gender. As its name and form indicate, it is related to the letter ta, and sometimes it's pronounced as ta in possessive constructions, which you will learn soon.
Okay, now stop here. This ta marbuta, as I told you, when you stop, it is pronounced like ha, but in the possessive construction, this ta is pronounced as this long ta, and you have literally the sound of ta when there is a possession. For example, you all learn in the beginning when you are introducing yourself that ana ismi, this ana min madinat Frisco, min madinat Bileno, right? So the word Medina, when you write it, it is with ta marbuta, right? So after that, Frisco. If you translate this in English, you will say city of Frisco, right? So city of, whenever you translate in English with of, it is a possession. That is called possessive construction. So if you have a possessive construction, then you will pronounce this ta marbuta here. You will not say Madina Frisco, you will say Madinat Frisco. So you will pronounce ta marbuta as just like this ta. For example, University of Texas. So how do you say University of Texas, Sammy?
Jama.
And say the whole thing, University of Texas.
Jama, Texas.
Very good. Jamiat Texas. Not Jamia Texas, but Jamiat Texas. So we pronounce this ta. Okay, now we have about the pronunciation. I already told you about that. Go to the Arabic words that are written in Arabic with ta marbuta. So how do you read, Sister Tahira, the first word? Yes, Ustada. Now we already learned Ustad. That is professor, male. What about a female professor? So you say Ustaza. You will add ta marbuta, Ustaza.
So the last sound is like ha with a sukun.
As I said, in the Quran we always pronounce ha. Ustadha should be like that.
Right.
But in colloquial or spoken Arabic, they do not pronounce ha. They just pronounce the fatha, the last fatha on the letter dal. That is before ta. They will say ustadha,
Ustada.
da,
Da.
only da, not ha sound. But so we are allowed to say that in speaking Arabic, but we have to be careful when we are reading Quran. In that Quran reading, we have to pronounce ha.
But if we say ha, the people will understand.
Yes, they will understand completely. Okay. Then, so Ustaza is one example. Now, for every profession, if lady is a doctor, or lady is an engineer, so in every profession you will add ta marbuta. So for the word doctor is tabib in Arabic, tabib. The female doctor word tabiba. Another word duktur, duktura. For engineer is muhandis, muhandisa. So for every profession you keep adding ta marbuta and you have the word for feminine. Very good. Now sister, dusra jo second word, varda. Very good. Varda is a rose, is a flower, rose, that is varda. Then we start third word from you over there.
Zawja.
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 Because we are ending here.
Zawja.
If you make it possessive, like you say, your wife, so then you will pronounce ta. Like Zawjat Fulan. Maybe brother, Zawjat Babar Khan. Then you will pronounce ta marbuta. Yes.
Zawjati.
Zawjati, yes, my wife. In that also you pronounce ta Zawjati. Right?
This one will be Zawja.
Zawja.
This one would be Zawja.
Zawja.
Wife.
Yes. Then next word, shajara. Shajara is tree.
Tree.
Yes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, shajaratin mubarakah. Right? Kalimatin tayyibatin ka shajaratin tayyibah. Next word? No. Surah. Yes. Surah is picture. Photograph. Yes. Photograph or picture is surah.
Tasveer.
Yeah, tasveer is the taking pictures like photography. That is tasveer, that action. And the product of that is surah. Yes. Or picturization is tasveer and picture itself is surah.
So surah is noun.
Yes, surah is noun.
Tasveer is
Tasveer is action. Yes.
So it's a verb. Tasweer is a verb.
Tasveer is called ismul fail. We will go more in advanced grammar. That is called masdar. Okay, when you say I took the picture, sawwartu, then it is verb. Or you make the present tense usawwiru, I am taking pictures, that is verb. But the word tasveer, it is called masdar. And it is considered ism, noun, because the meaning of the picturization does not have any tense. It is neither, when you say photography, it can be in the present tense or past tense or whatever. So there is no time of action. That's why it is noun. Okay. And then now writing, about the writing of ta marbuta. Since ta marbuta is not an alphabet, it does not have 4 shapes, right? And it comes only in the end of the word. So it has only 2 possibilities. Either you will write it separately, that we wrote it here, or you will write it with the connection. So when we write in connection, then the shape becomes like that. And when you write separately, then the shape is this one. right?
So what dictates whether it needs to be separate or connected?
Good question.
Very good.
Good question. I was about to ask you this question. Okay. Now he brought up a very good question. Someone answer his question. Oh, so many hands, mashallah. Okay, Brother Omar.
If the letter before the ta marbuta,
Uh-huh.
if it's a non-connecting letter,
Yes.
then we will get the independent shape.
Very good. And if the letter before that
Is
is a connecting letter,
Get the second shape.
good answer. Mashallah. Right answer. Let me write both words, okay? It will be more clear. For example, we just learned the word surah, picture, right? So when you write surah, swad, waw, ra, and ta marbuta. Why we did not connect this ta with ra? Because ra is non-connecting letter. However, if you write the word habiba, okay, habiba, then you need connecting shape, because the previous letter is ba, and ba is a connecting letter. Okay, so it depends on the preceding letter, and that's why it's very important to learn about all the alphabet, that which are connecting letters, which are non-connecting letters. And you have been doing since the beginning that you made the two baskets, right? Or two lists, one for non-connecting, one for connecting letters.
And
Yes.
the ta marbuta is always in a final state.
Yes, because it cannot, yeah, it cannot be in the middle of the word, it cannot be in the beginning of the word. Yes, always in the final shape. So, Brother Babar Khan, read this paragraph about writing of ta. We will be reinforcing the same thing that we just discussed. Yes.
Since ta marbuta only occurs in word final position, it has only two shapes. One that follows connecting letters and one that follows non-connectors. Watch Ustaz Al-Shinawi write ta marbuta. As you can see, the two dots that appear separately in print are usually drawn together as a short horizontal bar in writing.
In handwriting.
In handwriting. Just like the dots of ta and ya.
Okay, so we already learned about that. That for the ta, two nukta of ta, you have two options. Handwriting style, you can make a bar, horizontal bar, right? And print style, you put two separate nukta. So same thing you can do it over here. Yes.
To write ta marbuta after a non-connecting letter, start at the top of the letter and draw the loop down to your right and back up. Practice by imitating Ustad Al-Shinawi, then copy the independent form and the word Ustaza.
Ustada. Okay, so for independent ta, it's very easy. You will start from here and you will bring it up to here. Yes. Next.
To write ta marbuta connected to a previous letter, start at the connecting segment, draw the right side of the loop up into a point, then swing back down to your left to close the loop. The shape of this loop is usually lopsided and not as round as when ta marbuta is written,
Alone.
alone. An individual handwriting style varies. Copy and practice the word Habiba as shown.
Yes, shown. So for this shape of ta marbuta that is connected with the previous letter, you will start from. Can I have the eraser? Today I forgot. So you will start from here. That is the connecting segment. Then you will bring it to the top and swing back to the left and make like that. Okay. Fine. Okay, please turn the page, and we have more words in Arabic with ta marbuta, with both shapes, connecting letter and non-connecting. Read the first word. Sayyida. Sayyida. Jazakallah khair. Okay. Sayyid and Sayyida. We learned about these titles in Arabic. So what does it mean, Sayyid?
Mr.
Mr.
Yes.
So what should be the meaning of Sayyida?
Mrs.
Yes. Like when you are writing a letter in Arabic and we start dear sir madam / madam. So you can use Sayyid / Sayyida. Madam, yes.
So what does it mean? Mrs. Madam?
Mrs. for Mrs. also you can say Sayyida, and in that context, sir, madam, you also can write Sayyida. Okay. Now, second word, Brother Hassan. Sahiha. Yeah. Last Sunday we learned the word Sahih. That means correct. So, if you are now, since this is an adjective, so if you are using Sahiha with the noun that is feminine noun, then you will write or use Sahiha. Okay. Like my watch. Sa'ati. You want to say that my watch is correct. Okay, I am not late. So you will say Sa'ati Sahiha.
Correct.
But you can, for your car also you can say my car is right. So Sayyarati Sahiha. But if I say my pen is correct, Qalami Sahih, because Qalam is male word, masculine, yes.
How do you write Sati? Like Swad or
What is that?
how do you write Sati?
Sa, what? Seen. This word is coming. You will see it in the book also. Okay. Okay, next word. Dajaja, without shadda. Dajaja.
Dajjal.
So Dajaja means chicken, female chicken. Yeah. Hen, yes. Murgi. Yes. Babur Khan, next word.
Jadida.
Jadida, very good. Jadida means new, anything that is new. So Jadida is also an adjective, and you will use Jadida with those nouns who are feminine nouns. Sayyara Jadida, very good. Okay. Then next word, Brother Umar.
Jara.
Jara,
Neighbor.
neighbor.
Female neighbor.
Female neighbor, yes. So jar is male neighbor, jara female neighbor. So keep writing it in your book, inshallah, these Arabic words. Sayyida, Sahiha, Dajaja. Practice writing later on at home, inshallah. Then we are moving to new consonants today, and they are ta and dha. Ta and dha. So nothing much information about these two letters. The only thing is that ta and dha both are emphatic letters, and ta is in contrast of the letter ta. We were just talking about ta. So ta is thin letter, ta is thick letter. Yes. So maybe आप पढ़ लें ये paragraph about ta, this letter.
This letter represents the emphatic counterpart of ta. To pronounce it, put the tip of your tongue up against the bony ridge behind your teeth. You click on the roof of your mouth. The same position used for broad, and drop your tongue low in your mouth. Try to say T holding this position.
Actually that is ta. Try to say ta. Holding this position.
The result will be ta. The difference in pronunciation between ta and ta parallels that between dal and dal. Remember, ta is an emphatic sound that deepens the quality of surrounding vowels.
Surrounding vowels. Okay. So first about ta, there is a bony ridge behind our incisor teeth. Okay, where our gums of the upper teeth and the root of the teeth, they are meeting. So you will find there is a bone. So that put your tip of the tongue on that bony ridge and pronounce ta. Ta. Also, since ta is an emphatic letter, so surrounding vowel, especially alif, also will become thick. So if you are pronouncing the word taba, so alif also become thick. As compared to, I write both with ta. This is what. So the first one is with ta. Over there you will pronounce alif also. Three say taba, right? And this one with ta, taba.
For talib, it's not talib, it's talib.
Talib.
This one, yes. Talib, yes.
Talib.
And the word talib, like a student. Talib, yes. It's not talib. We have the name Abu Talib.
Right.
So we should pronounce Abu Talib.
Like in Urdu we say talib. It's
Totally
totally different.
different, yes. The Urdu pronunciation is not correct for the letter ta actually. Also, the very common mistake that we do, if we do not know this difference, when we read Quran and beginning of the Quran, A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaytan, it should be Shaytanir Rajim. We say Shaytanir Rajim. Right? Very common Shaytan. So we also not pronounce the name of Shaitan correctly. Okay. Shaytanir Rajim. Probably he knows better Arabic than us.
Yeah, he's well informed.
Yes.
Every letter is like
Yeah. So now we have so many words over here with ta. So let's start from after Brother Umar. Next Harun. Read the next word.
The first one.
Yeah.
Tabib.
Make ta thick. Yeah.
Tabib.
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 Yes. Tabib means
Skilled.
no. Doctor.
Doctor.
Medical doctor. Tabib. Some other time, inshallah, in advanced level, we will go more in detail because you have so many fields in the doctor also.
Yeah.
Some are just for internal medicine, some are the dentist. Okay, so the dentist is called Tabibul Asnan because Asnan is the teeth. Right? So we have this categorization also. Yes, Sister Tahira, next word. Talib. So Talib is student, male student. So how do you say female student? Taliba. By adding ta marbuta. Right. Then next word, sister. Rutuba. Rutuba. So rutuba is a humidity. Humidity, moisture. If you have sometimes moisture in your hand, right? Wetness. It is called rutuba. Okay, next word. Yes, batikh. Because we have ya, that is a long vowel, so we need to stretch it up to 2 fingers. So what's your guess about this one? It's a new word. It's let me give you the hint. It's a fruit. It's a big green fruit inside red.
Watermelon.
Watermelon. Batikh.
Wow.
Batikh.
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 No, there is a shadda also. Batikh.
Batikh.
Yes. It has a shadda.
Batikh.
Okay. Maybe you need to bring someday batikh over here. Then it will be good practice. Yes. Tarboos. Tar means that's wet. Okay. Yes, Brother Kanishka, next word. Dabit. Dabit. We do not have any long vowel after ba. So just bit. Dabit. Okay. Dabit is an officer. Officer could be police officer, army officer, custom officer. So any officer position is Dabit. Kasra on ba, underneath of ba, yes.
That's a masculine word?
Masculine word, yes. So what's your guess if you want to say a female officer? Dabita, yes. You add ta marbuta, it becomes Dabita, female officer. Usually this is used for more law enforcement,
So,
officers, police officer or the army officer.
so is it like the same word in Urdu? I don't want to bring it up, but Zabta is Kanun or law. Is it?
Yes.
That is derived from this word.
Same word, because they are the one who are forcing the law. So, and that Qanun is Dabita. Yes.
In Arabic also,
Arabic is where it came from.
for law.
For law is this is just Qanun. Then the next word Shubat. Yes, there is sukun on ta. Shubat. Yes. This is the name of a month. Starting from January to December, this is 1 month. So what is your guess?
June.
No. That is next. That will be next month, inshallah. Yes.
This is the month from January.
The name of
You are close. Go
February.
between, yes. No,
February.
February. February.
Shubat is February.
Yes, Shubat is February. Inshallah, someday we will learn about all 12 months' names. And we have two types of names in Arabic for the months. One is from Old Arabic, so this is from that, Shubat, and then Mars or Azar or Nisan, those months. But nowadays they made it easy. They are very close names like Christian calendar. So January it becomes Yanayar in Arabic. This February comes Febrayer. Yes, so they go like that. So they are more easy.
Arab calendar and Islamic calendar.
Yes, different names. Because the base is also totally different. Islamic calendar is based on lunar system, moon system, and this Gregorian calendar is based on solar system.
Right.
Yes. So Arabic names like Ramadan or Rajab or Shaban, they are for the Islamic calendar. And they are totally different from
So
this.
they use the same calendar we use here, basically.
In Arab countries,
Yeah.
okay, except few countries, they are using the same calendar as we do, January, February, March. But in Saudi Arabia, even for official use also, they are using still Islamic months. Yes, lunar calendar. Okay. So then go to the writing of ta on the next page. So first thing is that ta is a connector. So you need to put it in the list of connecting letter, and it's written in two separate steps. So let me write it over here, two steps of ta, and they are very easy. And also for the Urdu writing people, it is very important to know. Like the way we learned so far, writing ta, it was like that. Right? So what do? That we will make this stroke first, and then we make the shape of ta. But this is not Arabic style. This is the thing that they are trying to emphasize. Always in Arabic, make only this loop first. This is the first step, and then put this bar later. Yes. So final shape will be the same. Okay. But the advice is that do not start the letter from here, and then handwritten style could be different. Some people may be making this bar little bit slant. Okay. So in writing style you will see not like alif, but it will be slanted. So their suggestion or their advice is that consider this alif shape as like a cross bar. For example, when we are writing English and we are writing letter T, so we make the structure of T, the small t first, and then we cross it like that. Okay. So it should be this way of writing ta.
Like salt.
Huh.
No, not a straight line.
No, not this. Yes. So, brother Tamim, आप पढ़ लीजिए इसको. Read this paragraph.
Ta is a connector and is written in two separate steps. It is important for you to follow these steps. Otherwise, you will not be able to connect this letter properly. Follow Ustaz al-Shinawi and imitate the way that he writes Ta. The root that forms the body is written in one motion, connected to the rest of the word, and the vertical line is written afterwards, much like crossing the T in the cursive English. Do not write Ta by beginning at the top with the down stroke, because this shape does not look Arabic.
So this shape, the way we were writing so far, it does not look Arabic.
Looks like a bee.
To write independent Ta, start on the line and make the loop first. It should be large, oval, and should rest along the line lengthwise, as you see. The final step is writing Ta in the downstroke. After following the loop, lift up your pen and draw this stroke as you draw the alif from the top down. Aim the downstroke or near the left end of the loop. Write independent Ta following the example.
So this is the example of Ta.